EA Sports. It's in the game.
Hey guys, it's Channel Man here with my new series that I talked about in some of my older videos. If you have not heard of it yet, it is called Madden Playoff Preview. And what it's going to be is every week in the playoffs, that current week for whatever games are coming up, I'm going to play each game and kind of make a prediction on how the Madden games turn out. And so this week we have the Lions and the Saints, Atlanta versus New York Giants, Pittsburgh versus Denver, and Houston versus Cincinnati. And whatever it turns out, make sure you check in next week to see if my predictions were right and how, you guys can tell me how close they were and all that. And if you like these videos and the series does well, carry it into next regular season. But for now, this week is wildcard action, so I have all the wildcard games for you, so let's get to it. First off, we got the Saints versus Lions. It's at New Orleans. The first half was pretty boring, just 2 field goals by Detroit. And now it's the third quarter with about 7 seconds left. Stafford throws a nice pass to Megatron, Calvin Johnson. Basically what they do in every other game, they just throw it up and he'll get it every time. So he's an awesome wide receiver. Lions are lucky to have him. I'm sure any team would want him. I mean, look at that. One guy right in his face and he catches it. And instead of going for the extra point, they go for the 2-point conversion to make it an even 14. And this was a close play as well, too. Tight window. Got the 2-point conversion. And that was pretty much it for that game. The Lions ended up winning the same score, 14-0. It was basically a defensive game. Next up, we have the Steelers versus Denver at the Mile High City. Tebow's first time throwing a pass in the shotgun. Takes a snap, drops back, and he throws to the left, and it is intercepted. And he ends up running it back for about 25 more yards. And later on, Mendenhall lined up. Roethlisberger's doing a pretty good, as you can see. Takes a snap, Mendenhall runs right up the gut for a touchdown. 1 second left. Denver kicks a really long field goal to put 3 points on the board. At halftime, it's 10-3. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Takes a snap, and he's going to throw to Mike Wallace for a touchdown. A pretty good throw. And now Denver has the ball at about the 30. Tebow takes a snap. And he passes it deep to Brandon Lloyd for a nice touchdown. But that was pretty much it for that game. Ben Roethlisberger ended up 10 for 10, 1 touchdown, 121 pass yards, and 27 rush yards. He had a pretty good day. Perfect for throwing, no interceptions. Up next, we got Cincinnati versus Houston, another good game. Matt Schaub at the 5-yard line takes a snap, lined up in the eye. And it is a fake, and he throws for a 5-yard pass.
Second down and 7 yards to go.
For Cincinnati, Dalton's behind center. Single back. Making a few adjustments, takes a snap, and throws a deep pass to A.J. Green for a touchdown. Now the score is 7-7. Now the next kickoff, Houston gets the ball and he gets hit and fumbles. And as you can see, Johnson picks it up and runs for a Cincinnati touchdown. And now Rackers for the field goal, a really long field goal after halftime. And he drains it. Now it turns into a defensive game.
And 10 to go.
Houston kind of runs away with it here. Drops back and throws a pick six to Allen. He was gone.
And he's in the open. Burst of speed.
Touchdown Houston.
You know what's so incredible? He's
And a little later on,
still has the agility to spin around
Dalton's
the line,
back.
gather himself,
Cincinnati's
and
back on
deliver
offense.
just great
2nd and 22 in the fourth
Obvious
quarter.
passing situation here on 2nd and long.
Shotgun. Takes a snap. And he throws another pick to number 98, Connor Barwin. And
20.
Barwin gets a pick six, another one for the team. And they end up winning 31-14. Started off good in second half. Houston started running away with it. Now up next we got Atlanta at New Jersey against the Giants. Really close game, a really good game. The best game out of these four. We start off, Turner's already having a good game at the 1 yard line. Turner gets the ball and runs in for a 1 yard run.
Touchdown.
A little later on, back in scoring position again in the second, right at the 2-minute warning.
Offense facing a 2nd and inches situation. 2 minutes
In the
left
shotgun.
in the half.
Takes a snap, drops back and throws a touchdown
Touchdown.
to Julio Jones. That was too.
Ball on their own 47.
Now with only like 12 seconds left in the second, Eli shotgun drops back, and my main man Hakeem Nicks gets the pass, catches it, and gets in the end zone. You might want to write down his name because he's going to be coming up a lot pretty soon. He had an awesome game. Again, right after halftime this is. Eli drops back, throws a wide open Hakeem Nicks, and he is gone. Hakeem, you can't catch me, Nicks. And that was a 69-yard touchdown pass, and before the previous one was a 53-yarder, so that combination's having a lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns. And again, Eli on the 4-yard line takes a snap, quick pass to Hakeem Nicks with a diving grab. That's 3 touchdowns in a row for that combination.
First down. 10 to go.
Now, here's another name you might want to write down because this guy is starting to take over the game. He's right in the backfield right now. If you don't know, his name is Michael Turner. He runs in for a long touchdown right here. And that's just one for he already had one. That's his second. Now they're on the 34. It's a tie game. Minute 30 left in the fourth. And Turner has a huge, strong run. One shed tackle, 2, and it takes 2 more guys to take him down onto the 11-yard line.
They'll line up on the 5-yard line.
Now on the 5-yard line, a couple plays later, who else gets the ball? You know his name. Michael Turner runs in for a 5-yard touchdown, and that was the end of scoring. The Falcons move on. Giants are eliminated from the playoffs. And the ending stats were Hakeem Nicks had 3 receptions for 125 yards and 3 TDs. Michael Turner had 14 attempts for 161 yards and 3 TDs. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. Let me know what you think. And make sure you tune in next week.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.